I love Teen Titans. I know that makes zero sense given the title of this video, but I do. I've got fond memories of the show. I remember always being excited to go to my grandma's house, mostly because that was the only time I got to watch cable TV. Now, sure, I love my grandparents and I'm very blessed to have them, yada, 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 but whatever. Boy, we talk about Teen Titans, boy. And I loved it. I loved the characters. I loved the moments, everything. And in my adulthood, that stuck with me. And apparently everyone else, because Jiminy Christmas, it has a freaking 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. But let me tell you, it does not deserve that rating. So after a potential season 6 tease was dropped, I convinced myself to go back and rewatch the series in its entirety. Yes, all 5 seasons in like the span of a week, dear God. And to be honest, after going through everything again as an adult, I wasn't really with it like that. Actually, if you check the IMDb page, it sports a rating that actually makes a little more sense. A 7.8. So let me go on ahead and put out the fire I just set. Here's why the original Teen Titans is but only sometimes. That's a good title. See, the reason we still love Teen Titans isn't just because of nostalgia, but because the episodes really stood on 3 points. It's writing that had actual meaning, an actual continuous plot structure, and deepish-ish character arcs. Those 3 things made us feel, which is something we weren't necessarily used to as kids. And that's also the same reason we admire the show today as adults, because these aren't typical traits of children's shows, especially now. But here's the thing though, just having these is one thing, but consistently doing them well is another, and that is where the show does not hold up. See, the show would do these things crazy well at some points and god awful in others. So let's go over some of the episodes that suffer from this, and maybe you'll see what I mean. Homecoming Part 1 and Part 2. Honestly, the first episode started off fairly interesting. I'm always super interested in origin stories, all right? Especially Beast Boy, because no one really knows where this dude came from. The intro was actually super good. We got introduced to his old super team, the Fantastic Four, the Incredibles or whatever, and it really had my interest. And then the show actually started, and dear God, was it boring. Like, all right, the plot concept was all right. Beast Boy's OG team is in trouble. That's a good start. Not bad. I can work with this. But Jiminy Christmas, they f it up royally with the writing. They kind of just thrust us in the story. Shit, guys, no gang's in trouble, gotta go. Which is cool, I guess. Beast Boy is serious for once, and that's new. But man, the Doom Patrol sucks, and not because they're bad people. No, they just suck. Like, I don't care to see them on screen. I had no vested interest in finding out who these people were because it wasn't built on properly. They kind of just go, and they're all just so flat, and it's just the emotional arc for Beast Boy is kind of pointless. Basically, the leader is just an absolute dickhead, and they get mad at him every time he saves the group instead of stopping the bad guy, I guess. And maybe that's the point, that they're unbelievable assholes, but it doesn't make me root for Beast Boy. It makes me not want to see them on the show. Homecoming Part 2 was basically the same deal, except with more of them hating Beast Boy for saving their lives and Beast Boy having a brief conflict about it. Like, dude, you've done this before. You're gonna be concerned now that he's telling you? Like, what was all that progress for? Like this hasn't happened like in the other seasons. Okay, the next one off the top of my head is season 1, episode 2, Sisters. All 3 pillars come crumbling down here. First off, we're playing off a really basic concept. Starfire gets attacked by alien things. Her sister is also in town at that exact same time, so turns out Blackfire is the reason they're in town, because she's like a criminal. Oh man, didn't see that one coming. Next, the character arc of Starfire in this one is like really weak and again, obvious. See, Starfire fears her sister's gonna replace her on the team because her friends like her and she's cool and they're like all go clubbing and stuff. Blackfire even puts on her sister's clothes at one point for like this like symbolism. Like it's super on the nose. And obviously they're not gonna replace her because like, you know, friendship. And then after everything is said and done, Star feels like she belongs more. But again, it's basic and it feels like an after school special. And writing wise, it had some issues for sure. Firstly, at the beginning of the episode, the aliens just straight up attack her like from the get-go. Why? They've been chasing Blackfire from the beginning, right? How do you mix this up? Blackfire gives her a stone when she meets up with them, which kind of ends up being her downfall. So like, why would you do that? I don't understand, Blackfire. You're so hot, but you're so dumb. Am I allowed to say that? I think she's like 6. I take that back because she stole it and knew the same people she stole it from were coming after her. And before you catch me, it couldn't be because she was trying to frame her, because they chased her as soon as the episode started. Y'all really just hung a plot device around her neck so Starfire could realize her sister screwed her over. So all in all, that gives us like a pretty average episode, like it's a regular episode. And there's like the Mother May I episode where it's why do they do episodes like this? Like the concept was actually really good. I messed with it. This lady is just in the tower and everyone is just cool about it. Like that was inherently interesting. Like that was a good hook. Like what the heck's going on? But as it continued, I just kind of felt like, why am I watching this? The writing just feels bleh. Like I don't care. Mother May I had no motivation. She's just a force of evil that wants these kids to, I don't know, eat pie or something. Oh my God. And then they explain that the way she got in the house was because Cyborg bought a haunted pie. A haunted pie. A haunted pie. I can't do this. This is the show y'all love. This is the show. Emotional arc wise, it was like really weak. No lessons were really learned. It was basically them just trying to break their mind control, which doesn't really show any progress in character progression. In fact, they regress them and then take them back to a point they were already at, which is kind of the problem with these kinds of stories. Oh, and they also make a joke about seeing Starfire nude. I just want to mention that. Another example is the Aqualad episode. Plot concept was actually kind of solid or cool, more or less. See, the team is looking for this fish guy, but he's appearing in multiple places at once and they don't know why. Sexy Fish Man is also introduced in this episode. But my issue is that with the pillar of the character arcs, Beast Boys was hella forced. Like hella, like, oh my God. See, they played this angle where he felt inadequate on the team and was trying to shine as the water guy. I don't know who would want to be the water guy anyway, but okay. Like if that's your best thing to offer to the team, then you might want to do something else, which is something he didn't show in other episodes, just here, like this inadequacy. Like in previous episode, boy was pulling his weight, man. Like he can turn into a dinosaur. Like, come on. Like Robin's just a regular guy and you feel inadequate. Also, the writing here was kind of shaky because there were points where Aqualad says the fish guy clearly has the ability to be in multiple places at once. See, like right here.
He's already gained some kind of new power. It's like he can be everywhere at once.
And then later on, when he and Beast Boy get in an argument, they see him in different places and proceed to think the other one is wrong because of this. Like, did we not just cover this? Why are y'all fighting? But I gotta give the episode some credit, okay? Like after we get the reveal that there are a bunch of fish guys, they get them to fight each other all because they think they're better than the others. And I thought that was a really cool little parallel to the character arc we had going on. So, okay, that's fair. It's still a hella average episode, but it was fair. Oh, and we can't forget this. The first episode of the series, Horrendous Offender. Horrendous Offender. It takes the 3 pillars I was talking about and then shoves them up the show's ass. All right, so first off, the plot is basic as hell. Guy breaks into prison to get other guy. Titans stop him. Other guy comes back. They fight and beat him. The end. That's it. That's it. And I think I want to die. That's like the most cookie cutter thing. That I was, oh God. Again, even as a kid, I was like, yo, this sucks. The character arc also made me want to jump into traffic. See, Robin and Cyborg get in a fight at the beginning of the episode and end up like breaking up. And you'd figure like enough for him to be like, yo, I can't mess with y'all anymore. I gotta leave our whole group, this giant tower where I probably helped pay the mortgage. I'm out of here. Like some crazy had to happen. But the reason why he left is because he tripped over him. They tripped over each other. So now they're lividly mad. Like there had to be more than this. Like, did I miss the scene where Robin Cyborg's girl? Because then I'd understand this level of petty. I would get it. That's literally the only reason. There's no backstory or anything. And he just forgives him. Like, what? Why? What is happening? The writing was just, again, like plain. Nothing interesting happened other than Slade. Like I was bored as hell. Even 6-year-old me was bored as hell. Even the animation for the episode shit the bed. It was really awful. Honestly, it was so bad that they ended up showing this episode 3rd instead of 1st when it aired. And I'm guessing that was most likely because they didn't want their new show's first impression to be the worst episode in the entire series. Now, there's other episodes that really got under my skin, like the damn season finale. Why would you end your show like that? I don't understand. But I think you get the gist overall. So you can see those kinds of episodes popcorn throughout the whole series. Overall, like bringing the general feel of the whole thing down. It's a real thick issue. Not to say that there weren't episodes that did everything well, but because of like weird, like plain episodes like that, it really drops the quality of the show. So like I said, the show had heart. The show had heart. The show had soul. The show had character arcs, and we didn't obviously see that very often in the shows we used to watch. For me, it was one of the first shows that made me truly feel for characters, especially at the age of 6. But like I said, just because they're doing these things that bring them to a higher level, it doesn't mean that they always do them well. But like I said, the show deserves credit for what it was trying to do, and that's what made it good. That's what made it resonate with me and with a lot of other people, even if it is a 7.8. And that's pretty important, at least to me.
What's up, y'all? I sound like death, and that's for good reason. I have 2 hours of sleep in.
Stop fucking complaining, go to sleep.
He has none. If you like that video, don't let my death voice stop you from subscribing to the channel. I've got a lot of very similar videos like that on the channel, so you might like the stuff. The words are very hard. That's really about it. Thank you for watching, and
oh my god, go to sleep. Like, actually, so you can stop talking.
I'm trying to see how serious you